All right. I think everything's good. I don't have image? Image? Okay, I think we're good. What's up? Happy Saturday, everybody. How's everybody's day starting off? I literally woke up I finally got out of bed 40 minutes ago, took a shower, and pretty much just came right in here to set everything up. I didn't go to bed until about 8 or 8:30 this morning, though. I was up all night because, one, YouTube was it took like 4 hours, not 4 hours, it took like 2 hours just to finish the checks on my Last of Us video. And then I spent the next, 4 hours watching and then editing Vox Machina. And then it took another 4 hours for it to actually fucking finish uploading. That's 15 seconds, right? We made it that before I swore. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for that. I think I made it 15 seconds. Rambling, I hope. We'll find out. Anyway, what's up, everybody? What's up, Sean? Bloater indeed. That thing looked fantastic. So good. We got some super chats, man. Scott Edwards kicking us off. You think we'll see Supergirl, Superman, White Canary, Black Lightning in the Flash series finale? Superman is a big old, definitely probably not, based on what has been said as of late. I think we can definitely say, unless he's just bold-faced lying to surprise us, I do not think that we will have Superman. I do think and hope that we get at least Black Lightning and White Canary, though. I don't know about Kara. I don't know if Kara's going to pop up, but I would love to see any familiar faces, though. I really would. And why is the chat not moving? There it is. There we go. Oh. And we got another one here. Am I excited for the Ahsoka series? I hope we see Luke in it. Sequel trilogy is garbage and not canon. Fans get to decide what's canon to them, so it's not to me. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm not going to dive into all of that, but I will say that yes, I am definitely excited for Ahsoka. I'm desperately excited for Ahsoka, given everything we've heard about it, the things it could dive into. Will Luke be in it? I don't know. I honestly doubt it. I doubt Luke will be in it. But would I be pleasantly surprised if he popped up? Of course. And thank you for the super chats, man. Do you know which series do you want to watch next? I can recommend Outer Banks. It's a show about treasure hunting. I know that the show that I'm replacing the Umbrella Academy with is going to be Dark. But I've also got a couple of gaps that I just need to find the willpower and time to record and edit. Because I do have a couple of gaps during the week I would like to fill, but I also don't want to overfill just because there's other shows that are going to be starting in the next couple of weeks that I'm going to have to dive into. So I don't know. I'm just trying to feel that out. Right now, Dark is what I'm leaning into as far as my next watch, though. Let's see. What is the date of the Ahsoka series? I know Mandalorian is in March, but what Star Wars live action series is after it? I think Ahsoka is the next one after it, but I don't actually think we have a hard release date. If we do, I haven't seen what it is. So if anybody else in the chat knows, fill us in. I'd be happy to figure that out. There are 3 interlude episodes. There's going to be a in-universe reason why Barry isn't in most of those episodes. The in-universe reason for one of the episodes could be Barry went to help break their legends out of space-time. Out about time prison. So, are you talking about he's not in most of the interlude episodes? Or are you saying he's not in most of the season? What's up, Helga? Happy Saturday. Have I watched the Grimm TV series? I have not. So how's it going? I've been messing around with my Photoshop all day. It's going pretty good. Going pretty good. Photoshop is a powerful beast to learn. I'm still like, you can tell in my thumbnails, the evolution of my thumbnails alone is just me playing around and just learning new shit, which is sad in a way because when I was in college, I took Photoshop classes. I learned a lot of this, but like, I never put it to practice outside of class, and I forgot damn near all of it. I can't remember any of most of my graphic design class stuff when it comes to programming, the programs and stuff, which sucks. Because I could really use that now. Fucking past Omni, what the fuck's wrong with you? What's up? Just vibing. I wholly respect that. It's Gothaman time. Good luck with your videos for Super Bowl trailers. I'll watch them after my stream. Yeah, I wonder how many we're gonna get tomorrow. It's always really stressful because I was like, should I do them all in one go or should I give them all one video? What's the better way to go about this? My apprehension about doing like a compilation is always just like, well, if one of them gets claimed, they all get claimed. But it's also the easiest way to do it. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Flash trailer at this point, to be honest. I've not been that thrilled about the movie in general, but I don't know why. I'm vibing with it at the moment. Maybe it's because of how James Gunn keeps hyping it up. And I read the prequel comics last night, and they're pretty fun. But it definitely feels like once we get into this movie, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's already happened to get Barry to be more like Barry, the Flash, at least. Because the comic goes into how he gets the new suit. So I don't know if we'll get that explanation in the movie, it seems like. But yeah, I'm excited to see the Flash trailer. And anything else, man. Whatever else they feel like dropping. Less than a week till Quantumania. It feels so crazy that that's so close to around the corner. Venom 3 is Venom versus Morbius. It'd be called Venom. It's Morbid time. I hope not. What's up, Kat? Have I watched Pedro Pascal's SNL sketches? I have. They kept popping up on my timeline that weekend. My favorite one, though, is definitely the Mario one. Like the post-apocalyptic Mario show. That was hilarious. I want to watch Adventure and Action series. Which ones would you recommend? I think we talked about this before. I gave you my options last week. What's up, Sketch? Flash Season 9, Episode 1 was enjoyable. I agree. While not heavy-hitting, while not breaking any molds, it was fun. It was a fun, cute little episode. And that tease at the end. I'm excited. Again, I kind of wish I didn't know that was coming, though. I wasn't ready for Flash. Yeah, man. Dark! I hope you guys are excited for Dark. I've gotten a lot of recommendations for it. I've heard great things about it, and I'm kind of definitely interested in diving in. I've had a lot of people say if I like X-Files, I kind of like the vibe of the show. Oops, apparently Sony is working on a Morbius 2. Sony will work on anything at this point, I'm considered. Or I would believe. What do you want to see? Thank you for the super chat, Rhett. You know, outside of like Rhett and Link, I don't know I've met or talked to any other Rhetts. Not that I've talked to Rhett from Good Mythical Morning, but as far as known, I don't know any Rhetts. What do you want to see in the Flash trailer? They have to show Ben Affleck Batman, and they have to show Keaton's Batman and Supergirl. Oh, I imagine we'll get all three of them in the trailer, because I feel like the smart way to market this movie is to not market Ezra. So I feel like in the trailer, we'll get some tastes and teases of some Flash action, what the story's going to be. But I feel like the focus is going to be on, hey, look at all these other characters. But yeah, that's my bet. It's my bet. Actually, I skipped some because of that super chat. I need to go back and find my place. Where is it? If Andrew isn't in Venom 3, it's an L. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Do you think we'll see Commander Wolf in Bad Batch since we've already seen Rex and Gregor? I mean, it's definitely possible. I would totally be down for seeing that group assemble and how that bond kind of comes to be. I mean, it's only a few years later that Rebels takes place, and we kind of have to see them in that position. But yeah, I'd love to see Wolf, but I hope so. I don't know. I can't say for certain if we will, but I would love to. I'm saying Barry isn't in most of the 3 episodes. Okay, fair. I was gonna say, oh my god, what the fuck is this? I love when you mentioned the roof of Star Labs during your Flash reaction. I mention it, I think I mention it almost every time we get an aerial shot of Star Labs. Because it's so frustrating that that roof still has a massive hole in it. And we know they have money. Morning, so I'm so glad you've been loving Vox so much. I honestly think they made it something special. Me too. It is my favorite thing I'm watching right now. I love The Last of Us. It is peak TV, but dude, the way I look forward to an episode of The Legend of Vox Machina is just, it's on another level for me. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't. Oh my god. And I'm I'm not harassing, but maybe I am. Matt on Twitter, I'm like, dude, I need an art book for this show. Art book when? After this last episode, I haven't watched the finale yet. I've only watched episode 10 and 11. I haven't watched episode 12 yet. But all the way up until this point, episode 11, the vaccine, if you know, you know. I need to see all the concept art for this show. I need to see it. They show off some for the Q&As, but I know there's so much more that they're holding back. I need a thick, big boy book of all the shit that they've drawn for this show. So, not even sure if Secret Invasion and Marvel's is on the Super Bowl trailers. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might get a tease for the Marvels. It's not that far away. I would have to imagine so. Maybe even Secret Invasion, I would like that for sure. Favorite Last of Us episode so far? I don't know, man. It's so tough. They're all so good in their own ways. But, yeah, I think right now, gut feeling, how I'm vibing at the moment, yes. I think I like this episode the most out of all the ones we've gotten so far. I don't know. The premiere was really damn good too, though. I don't know. It's a tough call. Tough call. They've all been fantastic. I love that a lot of the effects for The Last of Us are practical, and the bloater actually scared the actor who played Sam until he took off the head and mouthpiece. Oh, that's... Oh, dude, yes. That is one of my favorite things, especially all of the extras playing these clickers and these runners. They do a phenomenal job, and the body performers that they have doing the clickers, especially that little girl that was chasing Ellie and doing like the contortions. Oh my lord. Oh my god, dude. It's so eerie, but so good. Swamp Thing movie? Yeah! Dude, yes. I am all for the Swamp Thing movie. I guess we're probably going to get like 12 Super Bowl trailers / spots tomorrow. I hope it's not that many. I mean, hell, give me all the views, but that's a lot of videos to pump out. What's up, Kate Dog? How are you doing? Taking a break from Jedi Fallen Order, it seems. Or maybe multitasking, what do I know? I'm not even sure what the time frame is because the Super Bowl is like 6 hours. Yeah, you just kind of have to be completely active. Keeping an eye out. A lot of the big trailers usually hit during halftime though. So that's usually when you gotta kind of keep an eye out. Ant-Man next week, The Mandalorian, and Resident Evil 4 in March. I'm so ready while Flash is on its final season. Yes, it's kind of crazy, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up around the corner, and I will have to make time for Resident Evil. I know I still haven't finished God of War, but you guys, if you've been around the block for a while, if you've been on the channel for a time, I cut time out for Resident Evil, man. I will make time. I don't know. I know the stream is stable enough for me to talk to you guys and record it. I've still dropped some frames, but not enough to where the stream is like completely tanked. I don't know if I don't know if it's strong enough to stream a game with active gameplay like that. So, at the very least, I will pre-record my run-through of Resident Evil 4. I love it. 2 weeks ago, before Mando Season 3, it still doesn't click with me that Mando Season 3 is that soon. Day before my birthday, Sabersmith. Oh, happy early birthday. I'm doing good, Brandy. How about yourself? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Terrified of the BioShock movie being produced, and outside of Mass Effect, what game do you think could be the next big live-action thing? I hate this question, only in that it reminds me that we got this Paramount Halo show. Because my answer, most days, every day, and it honestly still is, Halo. Like, as much as this pew pew shooty shooty big tough Master Chief thing, that world is so rife and rich with like lore, with a lot of themes to dive into, and just, God, it was so wasted. There's, like, again, don't get me wrong, there was some good stuff in the show, but it was so few and far between, and the changes that were made make no sense. Like, they make it less compelling. And it's so frustrating. It's so weird. And, like, a lot of the things that they decided to change. Like, it makes no sense to me. Halo should have been huge. Anyway, BioShock I'm super excited for. I've only finished the first game because the first game was so good I refused to play the second game. I was like, there shouldn't be a sequel to this, shouldn't exist. So I didn't play it. I did, however, play some of Infinite. I didn't finish it, but I have played some of it. But BioShock, I really want it to work. I really want it to be good because I love that game so much. But outside of that, Dead Space. I think that could be a really good and horrifying movie. But I don't know if it would be the next big live action thing. If we got like an HBO produced, like, and this is kind of in the same vein, it's zombies, but like a HBO produced Resident Evil series that actually adapted the games, that would make my day. And technically a video game adaptation, KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. That's for sure. Thank you, Rhett, again for another super chat. What do you think will be the reason as to why Keaton's Batman quit? I think Jason Todd will be dead in the Batman 89 universe and will be the reason why is just my guess. I think that's a fair assumption. My guess is going to just be age, or maybe he's worn out of the fight. You know, hasn't seen the improvement that he's wanted to see, and maybe it's going to be Barry that inspires him to put the suit back on. That's kind of what I feel, but I could be completely wrong. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for the super chat, man. And now just gotta find my spot again. Here we go. Disappointed my local cinema isn't showing Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go watch that. Definitely not in the theater, at least for me. I really want to see Infinity Pool, but I still have not. I have to go to the expensive theater, and I just haven't had the willpower to go out there, and I really need to. I still haven't been to the theater once in 2023 as of yet, and it kind of feels weird, but I've been so just physically drained, I think, between all the reactions and stuff like that. And plus I've been watching a Rocky movie every week, so it's kind of been giving my movie fill for the week. But yeah, what? Oh shoot, there's a movie coming out, I think next week. What is it? Why can't I remember what it is? Like, I want to see Knock at the Cabin, but I'm also not motivated to see an M. Night Shyamalan movie right now, because I've heard very mid reviews on it, and I'm just like, it's whatever. Shit, what comes out? I know Quantumanium's right around the corner. I think that's the only other one that I'm kind of looking forward to at the moment. Thank you, Hiakira. Just popping in to say, hey, have a nice day. Well, thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Again, I always love seeing your little emblem pop up, because rest in peace, JDF, man. Rest in peace. One of my heroes. Let's see. Honestly, spiders should show up in Venom so we can get the white logo. I would totally be okay with that. The Last of Us is so good. It is offensively good. I love it. Oh my god. The Last of Us show has been way too good, but let's hope it keeps that. Let's keep it that way. I agree. Once I saw as Craig Mazin and I watched Chernobyl, I knew we were in safe hands. Plus, Neil Druckmann is a writer and producer on the show. He's not going to let them steer things awry. No matter how you feel about Neil Druckmann, this is his baby, and he'll take care of it. After watching Rick's Blind Wave vid on DBZ, on how DBZ helped him with real-world issues, I've noticed I've been doing that with Critical Role, and now Vox. It's weird and cool where we can find help sometimes. I need to watch that video. I can't tell you how much media and people like would come down, especially when I was growing up, because I don't know the age ranges on here. We got a bunch of younger folk. But we got a little bit of everybody in here. But like, especially when I was growing up, it was just, I was always put down for liking this shit. Like, I was always the odd man out. It was not cool to like comics, Marvel, DC, anime, or any of that stuff like it is today. But like, it helped me cope in so many ways. Like, we're gonna get like real for a moment, but like, I didn't, outside of church when I was growing up, which was still very superficial, the relationships that I had there, I feel like there was like one or two I like genuinely considered like a friend, but I never really made a friend, like, let's say in school, until like 2nd grade, which is kind of crazy. But, you know, bonded through video games, you know, anime, all this stuff, and it really became like a really strong coping mechanism, because it also, a lot of the things that I value and a lot of the things I maybe didn't have at an early age is something that gets focused on a lot, like friendship, bonds, trust. A lot of those themes are universally expressed in a lot of those things. And like, dude, these last few episodes of The Last of Us, of Legend of Vox Machina, have really been delving into that. And I think that also is one of the reasons why I cherish the bonds I make so deeply and feel so deeply, is because like I wasn't used to it for so long. Like, that's one of the main reasons I feel like Kingdom Hearts resonates with me so much. As sappy as it is, man, like, I cherish the people that come and stay into my life, man. And like, if I didn't have like these shows and stuff, I can't tell you if I would be here or not, to be completely real. So yeah, I really want to check that out. Have I seen the Velma show, or at least videos about the show? I've seen videos about the show. I refuse to give that show my view. I am not going to hate view that show. I do not want it to get any of my support. I don't want to watch it. I'll watch other people watch it, but I will encourage anybody that's just morbidly curious to watch YouTube videos from people talking about the show. I don't want this show to get views. It's fucked up to say, but I think the practice and play and the fact that it's garnered this much attention for being so offensive to the medium is blasphemy to me. You didn't watch the finale of Vox. It's good. I hope you like it. I know I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. I'm just I didn't have the time this week because of D&D. We finally played a session this week after a couple of weeks we took off. I just didn't have time to watch them all in one sitting like I normally do. So I've had to parse them out a little bit. So I'll be watching the finale tonight, and you'll have my reaction tomorrow morning. The Last of Us show and Jedi Fallen Order have my whole heart right now. Totally understand. The bloater scene in the 5th episode of The Last of Us was so amazing. Dude, it was so... That scene is just right from the game. I don't know how many people in here played the game. That whole scene is like exactly that whole set piece in the game. It was so good, man. I was like, holy shit, I can feel this in my bones. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying here. Don't watch Velma. Watch it on YouTube. Spent 6 hours on Jedi Fallen Order doing photo mode stuff. I need to be stopped. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I can't wait for the second game. That's another one I'm going to really have to carve out time to play. I'm doing well, just trying to clean the house. Well, get it done. Nah, I hope you find some time to relax at least. Cleaning is always one of those things where I just... It takes me forever to build up, but once I start, I just start hitting everything though. And thank you, Hampter, for becoming a member. Welcome, my fellow adventurer. The Halo show was weird. I think that's the best way to describe it, because I don't think it's not terrible television. There are things about it that I did really enjoy, but there's so much that just doesn't make any sense why they added it, why they changed it. And then just weird shit that just came out of left field that doesn't help the story or the characters at all. Like, I think as like a standard sci-fi show, I thought it was okay. But as like a Halo show, outside of referencing stuff that is in the lore, like they name drop all kinds of stuff that, yes, is something in the games, in the books, in the comics and all that stuff. But like, it's like, you could say a lot of stuff, but when the core of the show is just so contradictory, it just doesn't make any sense. I watched the premiere for The Flash, and I really liked it. I know people say that they watched for the big crossovers, the epic villains, but sometimes slice of life stories are really great. I love the episodes that are like that. I really did like the premiere. Or also, it's the build-up. It's the lead-up. It's going to be kind of crazy, though, as we get into it. It's Gotham time. Gotham Knights. It's Morbin time. What are you on? What are you on, Thomas? What's up, Craig? Greetings from Liverpool. After Arcane and now Last of Us, do you think there will be a swell of older game properties that weren't deemed an option back in the day? I mean, we're seeing more and more of that. And whether it be live action or animated, I mean, like the Mario movie, it looks like it will be kind of really revering, it will seemingly revel in the idea and the world of the game. Regardless of what you feel about the voices, it seems to love the world. Like, I feel like we're starting to see video games being more respected as a source of storytelling in Hollywood. And that's what I like, because every now and then there's always this draw to change things about it to make it more consumable for the general audiences. That's why you see all of these fucking shows have like these animal avatars, these other worlds, and they just come to ours, or they're like, we need self-inserts to make this make sense for people who aren't fans. And it's just like, fuck's sake. Do you think people are dumb as shit? I mean, yes, there are a lot of dumb people, but like most people, general audiences can understand something if you just sell it to them earnestly. Like, you didn't go into Lord of the Rings or Star Wars needing like your hand held the entire time. It's just ridiculous. You didn't need Luke crashing in New York City and going on a rom-com with a bunch of people as Darth Vader's kind of running around fucking stuff up. God damn. But yes, I have hope for the world of video game storytelling in other mediums after Arcane and The Last of Us, for sure. It's just execs, man. You got to have the right people behind it, because the wrong people, these old white folk that just don't know shit, probably never touched a video game in their life, or be like, that's a Tetris, right? That's the beep boop boop boop, you know, like Pong? Huh, it's got a story? What? God, sorry. Have you given the Lantern movie on Netflix a shot? I forgot it dropped and was curious if it was good or not. There's a Green Lantern movie on Netflix? I don't know what you're referring to. I mean, it's not the Ryan Reynolds one, right? Isn't it a new one? If it's a new one, I definitely have not seen it. So I don't know. I didn't know about it. Gotham Knights game didn't like too much. The Gotham Knights show looks hilariously bad. I've been hearing surprisingly good things about Gotham Knights the show, which may just come down to more terrible CW marketing, which is par for the course over there. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll give the first episode a try. But the game didn't interest me at all. Neither of them really interested me from the get-go, but I'm intrigued now about Gotham Knights, though. I don't know if I'll do a reaction series to it, though. I like watching a show where you genuinely get invested in the characters' day-to-day lives outside of the show's premise. It's awesome to see Barry get a promotion, Iris building her empire, etc. I love that stuff. I love episodes that just take a time to let the characters be the characters. I love that stuff. Have I seen the new Puss in Boots movie? I have not. I have seen it 3 times. Peak Animated Cinema. I hear it's amazing, but I'm apprehensive of checking it out when I haven't seen the previous films. How many Puss in Boots films are there? I thought this is the 3rd one, but I've heard somebody say that this is only the 2nd one. I've not seen the previous one, so I've just not been motivated to check it out. See, that's what I'm thinking. What Green Lantern movie is on Netflix right now? How many of the new horror movies of 2023 have I seen? 0. I have not seen a single movie that has actually come out this year yet. As offensive as that might be. Last time I went to the theater was Black Panther. Now, I've been to the theater since then. Since that, at least. Give us a Half-Life movie from HBO. I've never played Half-Life. Played Portal, but I've not played Half-Life. I'm still a little sad that we didn't get Chris O'Donnell and Alicia Silverstone back as Robin/Nightwing and Batgirl, respectively, in the Flash movie. I know people can crap on those movies, but they were still fun. Yeah, I'm alright. Those movies are fun, but I don't know if we need to mix and match again, but it's fine. I saw Knock at the Cabin and Puss in Boots on the same day. One was a creative, heartwarming story about found family and appreciating life. The other was Knock at the Cabin. All right. Great, glowing review. At the moment, the only plans I have to go to the theater is Ant-Man, Shazam, Spider-Verse, Transformers, Indiana Ford. Indiana Ford. Oh my God. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. So, Michaela, happy Saturday. You think you'll watch Cocaine Bear? If not, I would love to see you react to the trailer. I've watched the trailer just on my own time because I just didn't think it was serious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I know I mentioned earlier that I was I don't really have any plans to see it, but I don't know. If word of mouth sells it, maybe I will. But right now, I'm just I don't know if I'm in the vibe to check it out. I did take MMA for 8 years because of JDF. Nearly 20s all the way to 30. I was thinking of being the Green Ranger. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That is some awesome shit right there. Made friends in school kind of easily. I was born in one of the sweet spots for nerds, so there's Spider-Man, Batman, TMNT people to talk about. Lucky. The Velma pitch meeting was spot on. Yeah, I watched that with Barry the other day, and we had a laugh. Oh, it's so good. The Velma show sucks with how it's hated by everybody, regardless of the political aisle. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It is designed to piss off everybody. It doesn't seemingly actually have a target audience. I don't understand it. It seems purely designed to generate frustration and get hate watch. I think that is the experiment, and that is one of the reasons why it's being successful right now, and one of the reasons why I don't want to watch it. regardless. I feel that I grew up in the South, so I remember I was picked on all the time as a kid because I read comics, watched Star Wars, Star Trek, and did geeky things like D&D. That's pretty much my experience. And just generally, I was a socially awkward child to begin with. I didn't really know how to talk to people, and I still really don't. I'm just better at it at this point. I had lots of practice, I guess. But it was not an easy time for sure. Yeah, Hate View Velma will keep that trash on HBO Max, and hence we're getting to season 2. The fuck was Zaslav? Last of Us episode 5 though. Fantastic. Just brace yourself for pure awesomeness on Vox Machina. I mean, the consistency with this show continues to make me want to throw a chair around the room in excitement is insane. After watching Finn Wolfhard's interviews lately, I think Will and Mike are more likely to happen. Both actors keep giving winks to it. There's just no setup. Like, there's no setup. Like, at least narratively, up until this point. I don't know. It would just be weird to me. But I don't know. Who knows? They could pull it, make it. Maybe they can make it work in these last little bits. But I don't know. A little weird. And then Avengers and The Force Awakens came out, and suddenly people were bullying me who were suddenly talking about this stuff and doing geeky things, but they still thought I was weird. Fair enough. Yeah, the antithesis of that. It's kind of funny how things change now. Now you can't. Now there's like segments of nerds bullying each other on the internet and in the world. Can't wait for season 3 of Vox Machina. Me either. I am still shocked that they turned around this season so fast, which means I hope that season 3 isn't that far away. You know something funny? There's one infected, the first to jump out of the hole, that kept getting pushed back down by the others. I couldn't help but feel bad for them. Yeah, I feel like some of it might have been CGI, but like especially like the opening horde bit, but yeah, that was that whole sequence was hilarious. I need to go back and see if I can find the one you're talking about. Will I watch the Orphan sequel? I mean, possibly. I still need to watch the Maze Runner sequels because that won a poll at 1.2, the first one, and I haven't followed up on any of the sequels for it either. Orphan also was the poll winner for that month, so that's why I watched that. It's a prequel though, isn't it? The new one, First Blood, I believe it is. I'd be curious to check it out. I stopped watching when Cortana watched Master Chief bone that lady. Yeah. Though they nailed Halsey, got her spot on, and Cortana also great. Cause is the original voice actor. On top of it, but the only original thing that the show did that I really liked was Kai. I simped for Kai, man. She was just such an endearing character. I think that was the one addition / change I loved. But the same thing in the back of my mind is like, but where's Grey Team? Anyway, I attempted to watch Velma, not really knowing what I was going into. It was terrible. I'm gonna head out. I just want to pop in, have fun. Well, have fun yourself. Thanks for stopping in, Brandy. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to bounce out of the streams for a minute because I'm seeing Quantumania a week after it releases, and I can't deal with inevitable spoilers. It's no problem, man. I totally understand. I saw the recent Barbie movie reviews. Seems like it's gonna be really good. I hope so. I hope it's good. I just don't understand the obsession with the movie. Like, before it's out, based on that teaser alone, sure, it was aesthetically pleasing, but like, people are like head over heels obsessed with this thing, and I'm just like, I mean, it looks pretty. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm very curious and interested to see what they do with it though, because it is an interesting idea. I was the weird kid until after I graduated high school and was outcast for most of my entire school time. It wasn't until I was able to travel to be where I wanted to be that I found my people. Sometimes that happens. I thankfully found my people, at least by the end of I wouldn't even know. I found a small group that basically took me in. Like I said, that friend I got in 2nd grade, and then from there I met his friends, and then we hung out, we talked, and that kind of started the growth. But I think I really kind of found my stride in middle school with the group that I have a group chat with everybody that I hung out then still to this day. That kind of kept me on my toes for a while. And then show choir, that whole group in our dancers, the singers, the band members, the crew, we were all like, once I joined show choir in high school too, which I was very apprehensive about, and I had to be kind of coaxed into it eventually, but that was my found family for a long time. And if I didn't have that in high school, there was some rough shit going on in my brain at the time. Again, I don't know what would happen. But by that point, I was a little more stable and functional. So once college came around, I was pretty fine. Still awkward. But the world started changing. You know, the Marvel movies came out. It was less weird to be weird. Things started to change, and it just got a little bit easier. Good video game adaptations can happen. Yes, they can. Have I played The Quarry? I need a movie for that. It is essentially a movie, though, isn't it? The weird thing about that is, like, it's a choice game. So, like, how do you make a narrative about choices that aren't really defined? I'd be curious to see how they did that. I mean, you could do it because there are those choose your own adventure, like, films / shows on Netflix. So maybe they could do it like that. That could be cool. But I've watched gameplay. I've watched people, like, a Let's Play of it, but I haven't watched all of it. So I don't really know all the twists and turns and stuff like that. But, like, I love that. I love the games that studio makes, though. Like, Until Dawn. I love that game. I played the shit out of it. Make it like the game when making a movie. Exactly. You think we have a My Bloody Valentine Legacy sequel? You know, I've never seen My Bloody Valentine. Now that you mention it. I mean, sure. Maybe. One day. One day everything will have a sequel / reboot. I'm certain of it. What's up, Janet? Howdy. Welcome. I hope it's the Ryan Reynolds one. I don't think the Ryan Reynolds one is as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. It's not great, but I think it's like, I don't know. I think the terribleness of it is a little blown out of proportion. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I want to get into Dungeons and Dragons. How do I start a campaign? I mean, if you don't have friends that are into it, you can use, like, I think, like, Roll20, or there's a bunch of different sites that you can go to like join an active campaign. If you've got, like, a local games shop, like for puzzles, board games, and stuff like that, a lot of those will have, like, you know, days where people come in and just play, and a lot of times you can just walk in and join an adventure. I've never done anything like that. I was lucky enough to, like, the last place I was working before I'm at where I'm at, one of the guys there, one of the managers at the time, who was on the desk with me before he became a manager or whatever, started up a group. He's our DM right now, and he brought me into it, and that's what kind of got me back into the groove of it, because I hadn't played D&D since, like, late middle school ish, and our DM was an asshat. So while it was fun, it was also extremely grueling back then. So I didn't play at all for like 15 years after that, give or take. And then I've been playing with this same group for like 4 years. For me, like, it's hard to, like, from the way my brain works, to be like, hey guys, I don't know you all, can I play with you? So, like, knowing them and knowing they played and getting in on it was a lot easier. But there are ways to just kind of, like, there's websites for playing it, and there's, like, tools online to do the game over the internet. So if you don't want to go out to a shop or anything like that, you can set up something There's also these little one-shots that just have the story laid out for you, and basically all you got to do is like roll the dice, make your choices, and like you're kind of like on like rails a little bit. I got a Stranger Things one I've yet to play, but like that's a great starting place. Find some people, maybe get a group of friends together. Hey, let's like, read the rules and let's get into this. It could be fun for you. I think a lot of the character sheets in some of those are also pre-made for you. But I'm also not an expert, so I'm sure you could probably get some better advice from anybody else, but it's fun. I love it. I love it to death. I look forward to it every time we have a session. If Evan Peters' Quicksilver is in Avengers Secret Wars, then hopefully we will see a scene of Quicksilver saving all the heroes from their base, similar to the X-Men Apocalypse Mansion scene. I would love to see Evan Peters' Quicksilver come back into play, but we'll see. Man, nothing about Gotham Knights show interests me. It looks so bad. Again, that's what I've been saying, but like, the people that are on embargo and can't talk about it, who've seen like 6 episodes of the show, and it's like, you guys are crapping on this, but you don't know. You don't know. And I was like, I don't know now. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, we saw with Batwoman, like, the marketing broke the show. I don't think it ever survived or recovered from that initial fucking trash marketing. Let's see. Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special. Wow. Yes. And you've got a fitting name for this comment as well. Big D! Gotham City got the big D in that special. On the other hand, I was really excited about the Gotham Knights game. I'm one of the people who loves Batman more than Batman, but the game ended up being not great. It's gonna be nice. Dude, and I was telling everybody. Dude, every gameplay, everything I saw for that, I was like, I don't see anything that it catches my interest. So I never played it. I didn't think it looked great. Looked clunky as all hell, and that's just me. I never played it, so I could be totally wrong, so my opinion is not all that valid, I guess. But I can say that nothing I saw about it ever interested me in playing it. And the same thing for this Justice League, or the Suicide Squad versus the Justice League. We've still yet to see real gameplay. Do you think the Harley Quinn show should do more holiday specials between seasons? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's do it. The only Puss in Boots movies I know are the first one, 20 Minutes Short, and The Last Wish. Okay, for some reason I thought it was a trilogy. You don't need to know any previous movies to not get lost watching Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Okay, I mean, if people are confident that I don't need to watch the first one, I might check it out. The Winnie Pooh horror film is out now. A few clips I've seen, it looks hilariously bad. Can't wait to watch it. I didn't realize it came out already. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going. I know it looks terrible, and I love watching shitty movies, but I don't know if I want to devote time to that right now, at least. What's up, Sylvia? Howdy, how you doing? Yep, Indiana Ford. And we get the new D&D movie next month. Oh yeah, it is next month. I hope that's good. This is weird to say. That's my most anticipated movie of this year. Despite all the Wizards of the Coast drama, that's my most anticipated movie of the year at the moment. Huge hopes for it to be good. The trailers have been great in my opinion. I agree. D&D movie has a stacked cast. Excited for Hugh Grant in this era of analytical roles. Yes, me too. I mean, Steve had also moved from Nancy, and then suddenly in season 4 he was deeply in love with her, so I don't think the Duffer Brothers care about setup. I mean, that's not suddenly. I mean, he's been lingering on that every season. Like, Steve has not been over Nancy at all since season 1. There's so many scenes of him talking about Nancy, longingly glaring at Nancy, still trying to hang out with Nancy. Like, Steve, like, it definitely wasn't sudden. What is kind of sudden was Nancy having those feelings reignited for Steve again. but understandably, I felt like that was also set up. Like, there's been no setup from Mike. Like, we know Will. We know Will loves Mike. We know Will loves Mike. But there has been absolutely negative 100 hints that Mike feels that way about Will. So that's... I don't think those two things equate. There's plenty of things that were set up and then completely ignored and things that came out of nowhere. Not as much as you would think. My teacher says don't make fun of someone for being a nerd because you'll probably work for him one day. I do remember that saying. But it still never stops anybody because in the moment, everybody thinks that they are the top dog. If you want a more mature Scooby-Doo with some amazing humor, watch the Mystery Incorporated cartoon. I watched like an episode of it. It was actually really funny. Also, I know it's not technically Halo, but I would love a Red vs. Blue cameo in the Halo show. Oh my god, I would die for that. Like, having all the Rooster Teeth voice actors make a cameo in the show would be fun. Yeah, despite all the hubbub over there, man, I haven't watched Red vs. Blue since season 13 or 14. I just, after Bernie left, my interest in that universe really took a dive. Because one, I think the quality dropped off immensely. And Church was just my favorite character, so not having Bernie's voice in the show was... it was just like... It was like a big old gap in there. I'd love for Rooster Teeth have a cameo, but RT is honestly a shit show nowadays, and some of the OG cast don't even work there anymore. That is another point. Rooster Teeth today is hardly Rooster Teeth of before, and with everything that's come out, who knows? Rooster Teeth of before probably wasn't the best group of people behind the scenes, but you never know. I still love that show, though. I watched all of it obsessively back in the day. As a Gen Z girl, I think we're excited for the Barbie movie because it's something that's always been talked about, happening but never did. I mean, that could be part of it. Plus our whole lives they've shoved terrible animated Barbie movies down our throats. That is also true. Barbie Life in the Dream House is hilarious though. Hang Vader. Flash season 9 premiere was good. I hope they make Red Death kill people in the city because that would make her a great villain. I really do hope they make Red Death a substantial threat. That's for sure. Well, hey, Darren, what's up? Probably a very random comment, but I related very hard to your comments on your Last of Us video a couple weeks back about getting burnt. Same thing happened to me as a kid. Like, but burn? Did I bring that up? I don't remember. I don't remember what I said. Do you remember which video? Yes, okay, yeah, there was that. I don't remember that bringing that up. Maybe it was when I was talking about Ellie's scar or something. I don't remember. Apparently my grandma made some hot boiling water and put the water on the stovetop and had to be sent to the hospital. I don't even remember it personally. But still this day, my grandma is always afraid I'm making a cup of coffee or something. That's kind of hilarious. It's the same situation for me though, except it was public. I was like 1.5, I think, if I remember right. My mom had me with her, and she went to Burger King. And of course, they got it was one of the like pour your own, back when they had the pour your own coffee stuff out with the drink fountains, which I don't think they do now, but at least I haven't seen that there in a while. But like she was making a coffee, and obviously it's extremely hot. It just came out. And but she was also holding me while filling up her cup, and I went smack and spent the next couple of days in the ER after that. 3rd degree on my tiny little baby arm. Like, you can kind of see it. Hold up. Focus on that, not me. Yeah. And then I got a perfect square on my left thigh from where they took skin from my from my leg to cover it up because I had to get a skin graft in order for it to heal. Yeah, it was, thankfully I don't remember it. But yeah, every now and then I forget about it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, there, look at that. But yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Boiling water, man. That shit's, respect the fire, respect the heat. Red Death is awesome. Yes. Sorry I'm late. Never apologize. Life presides over this. Or, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. It's cool if you still got an hour plus on me. Don't read until it's 30 minutes later. Fair. I'd love to see an HBO Uncharted show. Like, no offense to Tom Holland, it wasn't a great Uncharted movie. The games deserve a better adaptation. I had fun watching the movie, but yes, there's a lot that felt Uncharted, but there was a lot of stuff that was a little weird. But I don't know. I think Uncharted would work better as a movie than it would a show, because it's kind of what it's designed to be, as a really long action movie. I don't know if it could sustain itself financially on the level that the game really dives into some of this stuff, but I don't know. It would depend. HBO does like to spend money. But I agree with you. The castings were whatever. As far as like Tom Holland, I thought he did fine as a young Nathan Drake. I think he did fine. But Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I just couldn't take him as serious as Sully at all. But yeah. But I still had fun watching the movie. But it definitely wasn't winning any awards, though. I believe VC Leslie is voicing Red Death, and honestly, I dig the voice. Do you think Red Death might actually be the negative Speed Force avatar because her lightning is red in her eyes, too? Maybe. That's a good point. It needs a new avatar now that Thawne's dead. No, I played Gotham Knights for around 5 hours. It sucked ass. Because honestly, I think the Blue Crystal has nothing to do with the negative Speed Force avatar. Oh yeah, the Blue Crystal's, I believe, a wholly different story. I don't think the Blue Crystal is connected to this, but I think it's connected to one of the later graphic novels towards the end of the season, personally. Well, we'll find out. Omni with the pink lighting is very Valentine's Day. Hey, it's my Vox Machina lighting. But yeah, I was like, I'm kind of tired of the blue for now, at least, so I thought I'd leave it for the stream. Narratively, there isn't much setup for Mike and Will, but it's the little things. Season 1, Mike only helping 11 because she will find Will. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch for me. Season 2, Will being possessed and Mike being the only one to notice something is wrong. Again, best friend stuff. Don't know. Hospital with him. Season 3, Mike and Will Rain fight. It's not my fault you don't like girls. That's another one, though. Like, I feel like it's blatantly being like, Mike, be straight. That's all I'm saying. It's like, there's nothing, even those examples, I'm like, there's nothing that tells me that Mike, best friend stuff is noticing when your friend is possessed. And I was like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, Will has noticeably been feeling things on a much deeper level than Mike ever has to me. Like, I don't want to debate people's ships. I hate getting into that shit because it can be kind of insane sometimes. But I'm just saying, there's nothing that has given me any hints that Mike feels that way. If they go that route, as long as it works, I'm fine. And yes, Mike is an idiot. And I would be not surprised if he did end up alone. I saw that. Anyway, it's not even the actual gameplay. Oh, I skipped that. Will's feelings for him are confirmed in the audience, and the whole van scene is definitely foreshadowing. I mean, it's foreshadowing that Will does have those feelings. That confirms for the audience that Will has those feelings. But I think, again, it goes to show that Mike just doesn't see him that way. Otherwise, he would have picked up on that. But then again, like you said, he's an idiot. He is an idiot. But, yeah, for me, and I've talked about this before, I think Will is going to learn that what he feels is okay. That Mike might be his first crush, but that he'll meet somebody that does reciprocate. That's what I feel like is being set up personally. But I don't know. We'll see. It's not even actual gameplay. The story was bad and the characterization was atrocious. Harley should definitely do specials and seasons, just like a cartoon. Gotta disagree with about Stancy, but that's just me. I don't think I said anything about Stancy. I'm confused. Or at least propagating it. Since we haven't seen Matt on set, I wonder if he will be in the series finale of The Flash. Ooh, that would be wild. And again, I think you said this last week too, J Molds. Will deserves better than Mike. 1000%. So far, I've been watching Death Battle on Rooster Teeth. I still watch Death Battle because they were originally their own thing. And they got bought up by Rooster Teeth. And I still like those guys. I still like what they do. And they're still a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I watch that is Rooster Teeth adjacent now. I stopped watching Ruby when Monty Omn died. Because it just didn't have that kick anymore. Hey Omni, what a week for television. 2 Last of Us episodes. Oh, what really was 2 within a week, wasn't it? First episode of The Flash, it was hard to get any real work done watching the episodes and reaction videos. I'm not surprised. It's been insane. And I don't know if you watch Vox Machina too, and that dropping 3 episodes every weekend, that's another thing, killer right to the jibs. To be fair, Rooster Teeth hasn't produced much else recently. Yeah. Not really. I'm fine, thank you. Came back from the theater. It is 23:30 here. Saw you're live on YouTube, so I jumped on. Love your content. Well, thank you. Where are you at? It's late. That's not Western Europe. I'm just curious. You don't have to say. I was just like, oh, it's an interesting time. What'd you go see? What did you go see? By the way, it's me, Chosen Bit. You just keep changing your name, dude. What the fuck? People, stop changing your names. Let's see. Ruby was delayed for over a year. Red vs. Blue 0 was quietly canceled. No updates on Camp or Nomad of Nowhere. I don't even remember I don't even think I remember seeing anything for Red vs. Blue 0. Yeah, I burnt myself soldering. Yeah, that can be rough. That's dangerous right there. Tiny baby arm. If you could send flowers to any celebrity, who would it be and what kind of bouquet? That's a question that is a little too... I don't know. I'm not a flower guy. I'd probably be just some dumbass who sends roses or lilies or something. So I don't know. I just pick them based on colors and do they look good. But if I had to send flowers to any celebrity right now, who would it be? Dude, Sylvester Stallone. The dude's had so much hardship. Either Sylvester Stallone or Keanu Reeves. Just for the stuff that they've kind of dealt with and the perseverance that they've exhibited. I don't know. I feel like they deserve a little appreciation, even if it's something small like that. Otherwise, Charlize Theron, hello. I have 4 scars I always forget about. You can't really see it. I've got a scar on my lip from busting my face on a chair when I was 12. I've got that one. And subsequently, because of that one, I have the one on my leg. I have one on my shin from hitting the side of a skate ramp when I was like 14, 15, something like that. I've got one on my wrist from a car wreck. It was the only scar I had from it. We rolled a car 5 times. And all I got was a piece of glass in between my knuckles. Like, divine intervention. We had 4 people. No one had seatbelts. We hit an embankment, rolled the car 5 times, and we're all okay. I mean, the guy driving, my buddy, he had to get some staples and stitches in his head, but for the most part, everybody else just had bruises. And hell, I still, that same Sunday, still got up on stage and did my barbershop quartet. They wouldn't, even though I felt like I could, our director wouldn't allow me to do most of our dance numbers for that weekend, because we wrecked going home after setting up for our cabaret event. But I did have a extremely bruised tailbone. Forgot about that. I couldn't sit down anywhere comfortably. That was another thing that came out of it. Again, like we should be dead. We should have been dead. Moonroof, no seat belts, and a hill. Mark Wahlberg is a great actor, but just didn't fit that role exactly. What's up, Dennis? What up, Dennis? I think they want to create a new live-action video game property. There have to be something with a lot of emotional pack to it, not just action. I think audiences want emotional connection. I think people are kind of finally leaning that way, that substance is a little more important than the spectacle at times. I think we're finally maybe getting there. Best friend stuff, noticing your friend is possessed. Imagine as a surprise, Zoom appears in the series finale. That would be a surprise. Dennis would like to send some to Anne Hathaway. I think Mike has internalized homophobia, but might not be straight. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I just don't see it. But I do agree that Mike is an idiot. Mike is big dumb baby boy. Mike is confirmed idiot. Who could end up alone? Yeah, that's the thing I don't want. I do not want Will to end up alone. That's the one thing I want. I want Will to have a happy ending and to not be alone. Like, for fuck's sake, man. Again, I was like, you solved this problem. Like I said before in a previous stream, you solved this whole problem if you just kill Mike. Then you don't have to have this, like, tug of war between Will and Eleven over Mike's affections. Mike knows Will doesn't like girls, but Mike likes girls. I mean, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Not me. Not my story, but my aunt's boiler or something, I don't remember what it was, blew up in their face. 3rd-degree burns all over her upper body. We couldn't even go to her hospital room. Oh my god. That's awful. Without a whole protection gear, like one step being decontamination suits for fear of infections, but the doctors were amazing. Human ability to heal because you can barely see the scars now. That's nuts. That's brilliant. That they were able to, like, turn that around, and for the scarring to not be that noticeable, it is amazing what the body can do with, like, proper care. I'm glad that they took that care for her, because that could have easily gone awry in the hospital down the road. Gotta say, probably wouldn't have handled that so swiftly or efficiently. I just want Will to be happy. Exactly. Can I please react to True Detective Season 1 sometime? I mean, sometime, maybe. Maybe. It's definitely not on my top shows to watch list at the moment, though. Will deserves better than Mike. I 1000% agree. The Last of Us Episode 5 was great. Only issues so far is I feel some stuff goes by too fast. I wish there was more episodes or longer episodes. I wish we had a bit more action or sneaking scenes. Still love it, though. I'm pretty content with everything we're getting right now. Love it to death. I don't really have any notes for it, except the note I gave in the which kind of goes with your point about Link stuff going by so fast. The thing about that is they did address it immediately in the next episode, so it was fine. But it was like the Ellie reveal of her infection. But they tackled the questioning in the next episode, which means they answered my problem with it. So it's not really a problem anymore for me. But I understand. I understand. I just don't. I just personally don't feel that way. Let's see. Scream in less than a month. Let's go. So hyped. I think it could end up being one of the better ones. I enjoy all, but I feel like it could be top 2 or 3 even if it lives up to my hype. Yeah, the trailers look great. I'm hoping it's better than the last one, which again, I still didn't dislike. It just didn't really woo me. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I know I already asked, don't want to bug you or anything, but is a Barbarian movie still on your watch list? I'm very curious what you think of the movie. It is. It is definitely a movie that I still want to check out. Finding the time is the thing, because there's 3 movies that I really want to check out that I feel like I've kind of missed the window, but that's RRR. I guess. Barbarian is on there, and then Puss in Boots I think is added to that list now. I just got to find the time. I will find someone. He needs someone. Everyone in the party has someone but Will, and he needs more happiness than Mike after everything he's been through. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Stancy was about them not having moved on. Steve still being in love, and personally disagree. I mean, you can disagree, but you're wrong. It's addressed in every season. It's not even interpretive. Like it's there. Like in the conversations with Robin, in the dance with Dustin, you know, there's so much like in it that is just saying it. Like it's not even it's not an opinion. It's a fact that Steve still loves Nancy. Like I don't know why this is something we're agreeing or disagreeing on, because it's been like it's like saying that Will doesn't have hair or a bowl cut. Like the fact is he does. The thing that like confuses me is Nancy. She's the one that I like. The flip-flopping is I'm a little iffy on, but Steve like has never been over her. And that's unfortunately, like, I don't want to be a dick. It's not a matter of opinion. It's just in the show. Hello, sir. Just found your channel today. Can't stop watching great content. Oh, thank you. Well, welcome. We try to do these every Saturday. If you got questions or anything like that, we just hang out. We talk. No specific topics or anything, but we just kind of chill and hang out for a little while. Usually give it about 2 hours. Sometimes we go over, sometimes we don't. But yeah, welcome, Ray. Scream is one of the horror franchises with the best consistency. Even if it's not best written, it will at least be enjoyable. Scream 2022 was a bit like that for me. That's fair. I agree with you on a lot of that. It is mostly consistent, with some varying degrees of wavering. Like even 3, while it's not great and it doesn't live up to 1 or 2 or even the rest of them, there's a lot of endearing things about 3 for me that I still really do enjoy. A lot of the themes in 3 I really enjoy. Oh, we got a super chat. What, did I miss something else here? I thought I saw a different message. Oh, okay. That's what that was. Thank you for the super chat, Platinum Luda. Hi, Omni. When X-Files changed from David Duchovny to Robert Patrick, did the show stay the same, get better, or worse? What is the TV show that you know you'll love, but just haven't started it yet? Mine is X-Files. It was a change of pace, that is for sure. the thing, the transition, it was purposefully jarring because Robert Patrick was, we lost David, we got him, and his character is the skeptic. So like, it was really interesting to see that change of pace. And I think at the time, people were not geared and ready for the change. So when it switched primarily to Doggett and Reyes, a lot of people were not on board for that. Going back through it, like today, I like it a lot. I love their dynamic. They're different than Mulder and Scully. And the way that they work with Mulder and Scully is a whole different relationship that I think really does make the show fun. Does it make the show better? No. I don't think it made the show better. I do think the show just stayed the same, though. There is a piece that does feel missing when there's not as much Mulder and Scully at the forefront. But the show at its core still kind of kept everything chugging along. But would I be lying if I say I prefer the seasons that primarily focus on Mulder and Scully? Yes. So I just don't want to say worse, because I feel like it's gotten too much shit over the years. But I think I think it only comes from, I think the quality is still there. Let's do this. Let's play the middle ground. The quality is still there. But there's this attachment that you've had for 7 seasons that you don't have with those characters yet. So like it's just a weird change. That's my half-ass answer to not dog on Doggett. But I love that character. And in an interview here recently, after Peacemaker and stuff like that, it came up that Robert Patrick's favorite character that he's ever played was Agent Doggett on X-Files. And Agent Doggett is one of my favorite characters in the show. He's great. And Robert Patrick is great in it. Love it. And Annabeth Gish, who is just all over the place now. She's in so many things at the moment, especially with all the work she's been doing with Mike Flanagan over the last couple of years. It makes me happy to see them like doing well. And then him and Peacemaker and stuff like that. Ooh. Yeah, man. I love X-Files. Oh, I didn't even answer your second question. What is a TV show that you know you'll love but just haven't started it yet? I assume I'm going to love Dark. My next... But I think another one that I think that just based on my love of X-Files alone, a lot of people have told me that I would love Fringe. So I'm kind of really excited to watch that whenever that I get around to it. I do want to watch Fringe eventually. Is there anything else I'm thinking of that because I feel like there's some others that have come to mind before, but I can't really think about it. Barbarian movie was crazy? Yes. It was crazy. Barbarian. Hold up. Did I skip some chats? I did. Shit. Whoopsies. I skipped a bunch of chats because I went down to the super chat. Whoopsie. All right. We're back in lines. You're from Romania. Hell yeah. I need to go to Europe one of these days, man. I've never been. It's just so expensive now. And I was right. Mike doesn't deserve Will. That boy is a sweet bean. I read that as sweet barn at first. Michael doesn't understand the language of flowers. You are correct. Anyways, I have to go, but remember, Rob Zombie Halloween is better than Scream 2. There's a language for flowers? There is indeed. It's a lost language, that's for sure. No one can escape the Keanu Reeves Riz. What does that mean? I've been seeing that like pop up more and more here as of late. I don't understand what that means. Help me! I'd send them to Brendan Fraser. Oh, yes. I would send some to him too. Yeah. Damn. Ditto on Brendan. Yeah, certain flowers mean certain things. Also different depending on culture. Like pink chamomile or camellia or whatever could mean you're longing for them or something similar. God. Oh God, hold up. Gotta belch. I don't think it's coming. Ah! Anyway, whew. There we go, got it. I've seen, translated from Romanian, Heavenly Sky. And guess what? At the end, the actress is saying, running up that hill in Romanian. Reminded me of Stranger Things. Max. That's... I would love to hear... I always love hearing, like popular American songs in other languages. I don't know, something about it just, it's always really interesting. I would love to hear the Romani version of that. Romanian version of that. Is it Romani or Romanian? Like, what's the proper way to do that? Are those two different things? I am so sorry if any of that was ignorant as all fuck, but I'm just being real at the moment. What's up, Ramazan? I'm from Turkey. Can you say hi to Ahmet Darelli? Hello, Ahmet. Howdy. How are you? Shout out to Turkey. I hope everybody's okay over there. Like, given what, with the earthquake and all of that, I hope you guys are safe. Looks like we got some spam from you, though. Oh, God. You rolled a car 5 times and you're all alive. That's luck. That's something. That is something. It reads chat. It originally came in. Do not spam. That is also, yes, do not spam. I have a scar on my foot, a scar on my back, 2 scars. I have a couple scars on my back from wrecking my bike once. I think, but I can't see my back, so I don't know if they're still there, though. What's up, Brazil? Howdy, Marcos. How are you doing? What that booty do? Omni twerk video. OnlyFans. Gotta go. Bye, Omni. Take it easy, Michaela. Thanks for coming in again. By now, you are probably not hearing this because you already left, but I still am acknowledging you. Oh, God. Let's get into that point. I acquire scars daily. I won my elbow last year that looks like half a worm. What happened? Honestly, I understand Byler fans. Mike has was very much ride or die about Will, and then in season 4, his nerve to say that he disappeared was the best day of his life. Well, shit. Hey, I'll just be real. Not Will. Mike is probably my least favorite character in the whole show. Yeah. Yeah. The booty is part of the body. Yes, it is. Amazing assumption. Or observation, not assumption. I did. Dude, like, I read these as these come in. So, like, I don't read from the bottom. So, I'll get to it when I get to it. Please don't continue to spam the same message. Remember Bad Batch also dropped. Yeah, there was that too. Those 2 episodes this week. Forgot about Bad Batch as well. Dropped 2 episodes this week. Completely forgot about that. And I didn't realize until the day before that we were getting 2 episodes that night. Thankfully, they were pretty quick. They were easy to parse through, and it did not take all that long to get through the editing process. So that was wasn't too bad. It was also a really great 2-parter, so I'm not upset about it at all. I'm planning to watch Chrono Mania on its first day or wait a bit. First day, Thursday. Gonna go see it. It's not first showing, but it's 3D rare now here in New Zealand. Yeah, the last 3D movie I saw was Avatar: Way of Water, and the last movie before that I saw in 3D was Avatar 1. At least that I can recall. I hate putting glasses on my glasses, so that's one of the main reasons I don't watch those films. But yeah, I'm still going to see standard Quantumania, I think, though. What do you think of Superman and Lois finding their Lex? You think he's really their Lex Luthor? They do like to bait and switch their villains. You know, I didn't even think about it this time. It was like half the time their announcements turned out to me for something completely different. I won't put it past them. I think they will just, I think this is one of those castings where it would make the most sense for them to be just upfront about it. You never know. You never know. But it was a surprising casting. Abraham? I will see how it goes. All right, now we're back where I had skipped ahead to. Yes, here we go. Yeah, one of my aunts was allowed to see her once a week, and she said she was unrecognizable. Now, most of the scars you can see are at her hairline, barely there, her forearms, which is fairly noticeable. That's still wild that she was able to recover from those 3rd degrees that quick. Or that efficiently? Effectively? What's the right word there? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. I hope, at least. Except that in the conversation with Robin in season 3, Steve had moved on since he was crushing for Robin. Just because you're crushing on somebody does not mean you moved on. That's for sure. If you think that, you've got some stuff to learn about love. He still had affection for her, but wasn't in love anymore. Debatable. That is debatable. At least. A little birdie told me you have something in the works with the Real Rejects. Did you see Greg's shout out? This is the second time he's put this out into the ether. He talked about it on his live stream a few weeks ago. I forget what it was about, what the actual the live stream was. Oh, it was his favorite YouTubers. I think that whole video talked about what we had been talking about. Yeah, we got a little something. Maybe, if we can make it work, possibly, we'll see. It is definitely more than because I see that last Real Rejects crossover was really fun to watch. Yeah, we had some scheduling conflicts. We were supposed to do like a reaction to, I won't say, I'll let it come out, but we were supposed to record a reaction last weekend, but shit got too insane, so we had to reschedule again. But yeah, there's something Greg wants to do that's pretty ambitious on my part. So we'll see. We'll see. Was that little birdie Greg from the last shout out? I think so. Oh my god, you would. Fringe is amazing. Top 10 best sci-fi shows for me. I hear great things about it, man. How many episodes a season is it, and how many seasons is it? Yeah, a lot. What was this to? What was that? What was this in reference to? I'm curious. Maybe it was something I was saying. I told you to add... I'd like you to add True Detective Season 1 to your watch list. Oh, sure. Bing. Got it. I've got so much stuff on there, man, but like, yeah, eventually I would like to watch True Detective. I've heard great things about it. For now, it is on there. That is for sure. Google it, old man. No, tell me. Tell me things. I don't want to do stuff. He's showing his age. I have no idea when it'll be dropping, but would you watch the Percy Jackson Disney Plus show? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not going to wholly commit to it, though, because was never a huge Percy Jackson guy. But we'll see. I want to see more trailers for it, though. Could be Swooned. I've ever watched True Blood. I recently did a rewatch and forgot how weird and good it is. I've never seen True Blood. Never seen it. For the old man, how dare you, Riz, slang, one's ability to seduce a potential, usually female, love interest. So, I don't understand that in context then, like in the structure of that sentence. Because it was just like, blah, 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 Keanu Reeves Riz. The fuck's that mean? Is it like a... I don't understand. I don't understand. Is it just like a verbal emoji? I don't understand. Because I'm upset that they ended Stargirl off with season 3. It had so much potential, one of the best action scenes in the CW. Yeah, I agree, but I agree with you there. It got cut short too soon. What's one dish you wish you knew how to cook perfectly every time, and what is something you think? What is think you? Son of a bitch! I can't read today. I believe every cookbook. What is something God? What is something I think every cookbook should include? God damn it! That was so hard to read. I'm sorry. Part of that was like, I think there were some typos in there, and the other part was like my dyslexia went haywire in that last sentence. Shit. Really anything, because cooking is definitely not in my skill set as of right now. But if I was making it and I wanted to make it perfectly every time, it'd probably be like a grilled salmon. Some kind of grilled salmon dish. Because I always, like, when I cook salmon, like, the consistency's always either too dry or not cooked enough. Like, I've never been able to find the perfect middle ground. And every cookbook should include free ingredients. Run uphill in Romanian sounded surprisingly good, and Romanian would be spelled Romanian, if that makes sense. Thank you. What is Romani then? Because I've heard that before. What is that? Let's see. I'm good. Sorry, I'm late. Instead of going to Europe, come visit Brazil. There's so many places I want to go, man. One day possibly. And do not apologize for being late. We still got time. I usually do this for 2 hours. We still got like 30 minutes or so. I'm from Belgium. If you ever go to Europe, travel via trains. Best option, or best, I think you maybe meant opinions or options. But yeah, a train trip would be cool. Pro tip, buy your ticket in advance. It's a lot more expensive if you buy them on the trains. I would imagine so. That would be cool. Like a train ride through Europe. We still got an hour. Oh, well, we had an hour. In the UK, I wouldn't recommend trains. It's easier to travel to Spain than to go to London. I live 2 hours away. I see what you mean. Okay. I definitely do want to go to the UK. I'm dying to go to Ireland. That's for sure. And let's see, my list, like places I definitely want to go, is Ireland, Japan. No in particular order, but Ireland and Japan are 2 places I definitely want to go. Whoops. Also, organize your trip with the events, because the festivals and carnivals and Christmas markets are something to see. Cool. Do you have a weird crush either now or when you were a kid? I had a massive crush on Ash from Pokemon. Dude, I've had I think like in anything I've watched, there's always been at least a character I've kind of had some crush on. Like, the first one that always comes to mind, or at least the earliest one I can recall, is Kimberly in Power Rangers. Hard crush on Kimberly when I was growing up. Misty, if we're talking Pokemon, Misty, huge crush on Misty. Those are, I think, some of the bigger ones. And yeah, that trend has never gone away. There's always somebody in something that I crush on most of the time. Not everything, not as much now, but like it comes up a lot. Christmas markets? Did somebody say Christmas markets? That line with those emojis combined with that sad platypus icon, peak. That is peak internet right there. I know in the U.S., the amusement parks are the big thing. That's not the case here. It's the markets and the stuff. Yeah, dude, I would lose so much money. Is the U.S. known for amusement parks? I mean, I know we have a lot, I guess, but I never really thought about it like that. Yeah, markets aren't really a huge thing here, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, we have stores, malls, and stuff like that, but I don't think that's the same. I would love to go to some markets, though. Hell yeah. Why does Lex have a beard? Fuck if I know, man. This is, they're just like, Lex needs to have hair somewhere on his face these days, I guess. What are your thoughts on The Walking Dead? Have I ever watched it? Oh yeah, I've seen every episode. I have reactions to 10C onward. Yeah. It's not always the best. It definitely has some seasons that are complete ass. But overall, I really love it. Also, love your icon. Team 7 right there. I love the art on it too. Never gone to the UK, but would love to go. It's so expensive now. I think it's even more expensive now than it has been in a long time. Obviously, there's inflation worldwide at the moment, but like, it's just so expensive to travel, man. And there's so many places to see. Sounds fun. Whatever I said at the time, I hope it did. Did I come at the perfect time to get on the Fringe conversation? One of my top 10 shows of all time. We were talking about, somebody had mentioned that they recommended Fringe and that's a show that I do want to watch one of these days. Because I love the X-Files, and people were like, it's kind of filled in that gap that X-Files left when it went off air. So I'm very curious about checking it out. That's kind of what we were talking about for the most part, I think. I'm right in the middle of Belgium, which is small, so I travel like 2 hours in any direction, and I'm in a different country. That's so funny to me, like in a lot of ways, because like with the U.S., it's the same way, but for the states. Like a lot of our states are the size, or some of our states are the size of a lot of the countries in Europe, which is just insane to me to think about. So like driving to another state for us is almost, in a lot of ways, the equivalent of going just to a whole other country in Europe. Just crazy. In my head. I don't know, it's just weird to me. That's just me growing up as a dumb American. Flash Season 9, being the last is heartbreaking. I grew up with that show. I know, me too. Me too. I can't wait. Stop telling me he's old. I'm not that far behind. Don't worry, man. Time gets us eventually. Netflix needs to come up with a new scripted horse girl show where a bunch of horse girls are competing to become the next avatar of the apocalypse. You say a new scripted horse girl show. Was there a previous horse girl show? Or is this your idea for a new scripted show? And are you implying that they are competing as... Are we talking like equestrians, or are we talking like they are half horse, half girl to compete to be horsemen of the apocalypse? Expand, Summer. That's an intriguing comment. The shout out from the Real Rejects was in episode 5 of The Last of Us. So excited. Real fun seeing you and the Real Rejects react to Coraline. Loved it. It was so much fun. It was a beautiful, beautiful movie. Yeah, we definitely have plans to do some more stuff together. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it was really nice. I know, like, Greg likes to make jokes in his shout outs and stuff, but this is one of the times where he was just straight up genuine. And I do love that he's putting our plans out there in the ether. We just have to see how people respond and if we can make it happen. So yeah, if anybody, because I don't feel comfortable talking about it here for me, because it's kind of a big Greg thing. But if you're interested at all, you can check out his stick around for the shout out for us at the end of his episode 5 of The Last of Us, if you're curious what he's got in mind. What new show are you looking forward to most? New show. Secret Invasion, probably. As far as, like, off the shoot, like, non-franchise shows, I don't really know of any that are coming out. Oh, that was a comment to that. I'm not too far behind either, but I call him old all the time. Because I act like an old man. I wear my old man socks and everything. Because I don't have fucking proper blood flow to my feet anymore. I'm only stressing about grammatical inconsistencies of the term Riz. Yep. Well, gotta go. Can't wait to watch more of your live streams and reaction videos. Well, thank you for stopping in, Dennis. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, man. Yeah, Riz the word I hear most every day. Really? I've seen it pop up in a couple of videos. I just didn't know what the fuck it means. The more we get. You're right. He's old. I mean, you can't escape his charms. Or the love interest in the situation. The struggle between too dry food poisoning is difficult. Yeah, it is a fine line, isn't it? I'm trying to think of a V-Day question, hence the flowers of food question. Sorry about the missing word. Fighting a cat for control of the keyboard. We can relate to that quite a bit. Well, me not as much anymore. Our current cat doesn't really care to spend a lot of time with me anymore. But yeah, love seeing RR shout you out. Oh, Real Rejects. I was like, oh, you're missing an R because I thought you were talking about the movie RRRRRRR. They were like, great. He's great. You should subscribe. Felt like I've known about it. Watched you for a bit. Glad others might start from it. Yeah, there was something else in there that he mentioned that was a little bigger news than just the, yeah, he's great. Check him out. I did appreciate that, but like, yeah, there's something else, a little nugget in there. I'm so tempted to pack up and move to Berlin or Frankfurt. I have family in Frankfurt. Just to start my life over. Become an immigrant like my ancestors before me. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll like hang out. I'll chill. No big moves for me right now. Maybe. Hey, as long as I speak English wherever I go, I think I would be content. Because my ability to learn another language is destroyed by my ADHD. Oh, speaking of Power Rangers, what did you think of the movie, the one with Dexter Montgomery? Thought it was fun. I really enjoyed it. There's some things I didn't quite like the Zords. I wasn't a huge fan of the Zords. I wasn't a huge fan of the suits. But I liked the characters a lot. I liked the story that they were telling, and I liked the teen drama of it all. I thought they made some really grounded, actual teenagers. It had a lot of potential. It really did. Movies I want to watch that I haven't seen is Mission Impossible movies. I still need to watch everything after 3. I've only seen the first 3. On the same vein as that, where I'm watching the Rocky films right now, I really want to watch the Rambo movies. Hype for John Wick 4. Looks like it'll have crazy action of the third, but also more personal aspect of the first. I love these movies. Just such a consistently great action franchise. You are not wrong. It is one of the most consistent action franchises I've seen. Farmers markets occasionally. I think that's like all we got, really. Car boot sales and farmer shows are awesome. What's a car boot sale? What the fuck is car boot? I don't know that one. My childhood crushes, Bet, Black Widow, Kimberly the Pink Ranger, all Disney princesses, and Wonder Woman. Dude, man, you going after all the princesses. I definitely always end up having a crush on someone. At the moment, Din Djarin. Dude, I would be shocked to talk to somebody who doesn't crush on Pedro Pascal. Dude, like, I man crush for Pedro, man. I've got many a man crush, and he has definitely achieved that. My brain is not working today. Yep, it's gone. Lost it. Privilege? I don't know if you want to call it that. Anyway, moving on. I heard when Americans plan their trips in the U.S., they do it around different parks or something. I mean, Disneyland, Cedar Point, Six Flags, Universal. I mean, there are some pretty stellar parks to go check out. A lot of people, a lot of trips are like usually like the beach, location based, really. But parks too. I mean, I think the biggest one that I think people really plan trips around, you know, obviously, I mean, you can plan a trip around like going to any of them, but the big one is usually Disneyland or Disney World, which I still have never been to. Maybe national parks. I guess people do plan to go to Disneyland or World or Universal Studios. Okay, there you go. There you go. Maybe that's what we're talking about. I was a huge Naruto binge with this profile pic on, so I keeping it is like memories. Also love the art. Thanks. Dude, Naruto, favorite anime. That's my favorite anime. We got my Naruto and Sasuke statues back there. Yeah, I guess Disney World, Universal Studios. I heard many were disappointed that it's not that big in Europe, even though we have good ones, in my humble opinion. Let's see. Canada is sort of the same with how far it takes you to get to another city, being similar sometimes to get into another country, travel time-wise. Yeah, there's like a lot of vast openness up there, isn't there? In a lot of ways. So equestrian girls, horse girls, are girls who basically live their lives for horses. New idea, where girls are competing with their horses. But you said something about the apocalypse, though. If you could make a Star Wars show, animated or live action, what would it revolve around, be about, and what would you like to see a new show made about? If I had to pick, we're getting a Knights of the Old Republic all day, every day. I don't care if it's animated. I don't care if it's live action. 100% give me a show about fucking Revan, please. Now, what I would like to see in a new show to be made about would be maybe like Darth Bane, something about the Sith specifically. I think those are the two things I would really want to see the most. Like the transition from the Sith Empire, like the story, the development of the Rule of Two in a kind of way, like that story with Bane would be fun to see. But if we're talking new shows, maybe like a different concept, something that hasn't been touched on at all. Maybe a series set on Tython in like the early ancient days. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Shut up. God damn it. Something set like in the early days of the Jedi, like when Tython was brimming with their temples and stuff. First girls are the same as car guys, you know, the ones who could tell the type of car by the sound of driving in 4 roads away. Okay, I get what you're saying now, but how does this fit into the apocalypse? New show I'm looking forward to is the Marvels show, I guess. Yep, same. Looking forward to more Real Rejects collabs. Love watching both you guys. Thank you, thank you. I think the new show I'm looking forward to most is Mike Flanagan's House of Usher. Thank you for reminding me of that. That is definitely on my list. If Mike Flanagan is behind it, I'm going to be watching it. Greetings from Liverpool. Shout out to Liverpool. So, old man, what's the first thing you think of? Think will go out? Your knees or back? Ankles cannot be a right-in. Probably knees. They already pop every time like I get up. Watching The Last of Us is kind of wild because a lot of shows take a while to get going, but with the show, every episode has important shit. The journey keeps progressing, and so many locations haven't seen it much. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's so good. Spent all day with you though. Well, I was asleep. It's not spending all day with me if I'm just asleep. She just didn't want to leave the heating blanket. Trust me, you all are not old. Thanks for the reassurance, Jen. I appreciate it. We are being very hyperbolic, don't worry. If you're flirting with a girl, a guy would say, you got Riz. Like, as like, you got game. Like, you have that attraction. If it's, so, anyway. Wait, no, it actually takes me an hour to go to Paris, not 2. Damn, that's crazy. That's not too bad. Oh, again, another person asked if I'm going to see Cocaine Bear. It's not playing. Well, one, it's not at my local theater, right? I don't think so. Yeah, no. Oh, it's not even out yet. Never mind. I thought it was out yet. It's still got 13 days. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I wasn't planning on it. Also heard he's risen it up. And the Rizzler used to describe someone with Riz before. Jesus, this is just... What is this? So, like, you basically got swag. It's like a weird... Like... It's not even a technical word. It's just like an expression that... It's like an exclamation point. Ending the sentence, just Riz. Fuck. Ah! Anyway. Moving on. A first time hearing the word or reading it was term Riz, and yes, I'm older than Omni. Let's not call anyone old, people. It's a state of mind. And my state of mind is old. Omni, if I said your shirt is drip, would you understand that? Yes. I do understand that. I don't understand how we got to this point. To that, meaning that, but I know at least what that means. Thoughts on the more Bruce-centric Batman 2? High Top Films dropped a really good If I Wrote Batman 2 video, and it seems like it could work having more, kind of trying to realize Bruce is needed too. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing that was set up before. That's what I want. That's what I would like to see, because that's kind of what was set up at the end of the last one. Car boot sales is probably like a trunk or treat. You buy things instead. Pedro Pascal has unlimited riz. See, that I don't get. Like, sex appeal, draw, attraction, has unlimited blank. Like, it's used in such weird ways, like as a fucking article, as a fucking, like, exclamation point at the end of the sentence, a qualifier, a descriptor. It's everything. It is everything. Anyway, I like Jason and Billy's relationship. I've loved to see more. Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure, for sure. My sister doesn't find him attractive at all. Sin. I definitely like J.K. Simmons way too much. That's fair. Dude, yes. Pedro is hot. She what? Facts. I know, I had the same reaction. Car boot sale is like a market, but you buy and sell things, usually secondhand. Ironically, people don't sell out of their car boots. And why the fuck is it called a car boot to begin with? Anyway. Raise his hand. I have no crush on Pedro. Diego Luna is way cuter. Way, way cuter. With those big doe eyes, lovely cheekbones. My current crush is Bucky Barnes. But no, Diego Luna is also... But dude, Sebastian Stan, specifically is Bucky. I think my top man crushes, if I had to go off a list, Zac Efron, barring his He-Man haircut currently. Not a fan of that. Zac Efron, David Duchovny, Stephen Amell, currently Pedro Pascal, Oscar Isaac. Those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. Idris Elba is also another one. I took it too literally. I want to make a trip to Jurassic Park. I want to take a trip to the locations where it was filmed in Hawaii. I would love to do that. Feel betrayed by my own flesh and blood. She called me overdramatic. How dare they? And that's also why I'm glad I don't have a Siri or an Alexa. I didn't even think I had it turned on, so I was kind of surprised when it started screaming at me. Hey Siri. Hey, hey, Monica. Hey, day, Monica. Oh my God, I'm older than you now. If you could be any Justice Leaguer, who would you be? I would be Green Lantern. I don't know if I'd want to be Superman, because I'm thinking practically. I mean, Bruce got a shit ton of money. Do I get Bruce's money? Side point, probably Flash, just because I think I could really get a lot of value out of super speed. Get more shit done. Don't have to pay for trips or vacations. At least getting to the location, you can just run there. You'll just be there in like a minute. You're done. Halfway around the world in 2 seconds, done. That's kind of what I would think. I think I would like. Plus the healing, and the only downside is like the appetite. So maybe Superman, because you get all those benefits and you just kind of exist off of the sun. But then again, I might just die because I barely go outside. I need like a sun lamp in the house. Yes, a question. Girls competing to become avatars of the apocalypse since they're riders. I think most of the horse riders in the Lord of the Rings movies were women because they just had more lady riders. Okay, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Like each one of them becomes like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. That would be cool. Like pestilence, death, famine, and war. Which power from a member of the Umbrella Academy or Sparrow Academy would I want? One thing I found really cool was that their abilities were useful but not too powerful that there's no danger. Well, except for Victor's. Probably. I'll be honest, I would probably abuse the absolute shit out of Allison's power. But I think, like, equally to, like, the Flash thing, maybe 5s. Like, blinking somewhere like that. But apparently you have to be really fucking smart with math to do that right. So I don't know if I'd be able to use it very well. Definitely don't want bends. Like, Luther's really just super strength. I don't want acid spit. I don't want to be a big old reflect shield. Gravity powers could be interesting. I don't need to be a human tentacle monster. Probably 5. Probably 5. I love a Tar Vizsla series. I think we'll get into that more and more as we get along. I think we're going to be exploring more of Tar. One of the deeper we get into things. So since there are more Venom Riders, it's harder to get horsemen of the apocalypse, and now we have the abundance of horse girls out there willing and able to become avatars. But aren't we all men at the end of the day? We are mankind. I get what you're saying. They should be horse people of the apocalypse. I mean, let's be real. What rural girl who lives for her horse wouldn't want to become an avatar of war? Right? When I was growing up out on the creek, there was a horse farm across the creek from our house. So like, they raised show horses over there, and they usually use them to also go into town every now and then and stuff too. So like, yeah, there's a lot of that around here, or at least there used to be. I don't know if there still is anymore. Yeah, Riz is You Got Game. Expanding on the previous Star Wars question, if you could write a screenplay for a movie, what genre would you go for? Action, horror, sci-fi, fantasy? Probably lean more into the fantasy of it all. They got nothing else to do with... they got nothing else to do, so why not war? What's up, everybody? I'm a new subscriber. Welcome. Aang has come to conquer us. Oh, no. The Riz Wiz. Really need to catch more streams. It's fun to listen to. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Dat Drip. What's Riz? That's what we're all trying to figure out, or at least what the chat is trying to explain to me. I don't know how we got to Drip and Riz. Either my generation is weird. Yeah, I don't understand the etymology of it all. Idris Elba is understandable. Yes, it is. Man, those Fast and Furious writers really know to pull characters out of their ass and make it emotionally tie-in. I don't know about emotionally tie-in, but we'll find out. She said, of course you find him attractive. Bye. And a long pause of silence and mourning and said, I'm a woman, you dipshit. You're not making any sense. Oh my god. That's what she called me over dramatic. I swear you think I'm the oldest sometimes. That's hilarious. So I hopped in around Riz comment. I'm pretty sure it's short for charisma, if that helps. I mean, I guess it's just the way it's used. Like, I get what it means now, but the use of it is what is so inconsistent. Hey, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Keanu Reeves walked around Riz. That makes no sense. That Keanu Reeves Riz makes no sense. Well, I guess in your context is charisma. If it's that Keanu Reeves charisma, kinda, then he be risen. Rizzler, all that other shit. Oh my god. Old man yelling at a cloud moment. Fuck you. Or fuck me. Yeah. I don't know. There's a bunch that I just don't see sometimes. Top current celebrity crushes: Sebastian Stan, Tyler Hoechlin, and Chris Pine. Fair. Heather, that sums it up well. Approved.
Thank you. Smiley face. I didn't use to, but super speed for me too. I also have ADHD, so imagine all the shits we could do. Exactly! Like, I feel like there's never enough time to get everything done, and we got super speed. You can just get it all done. You got time for everything. I could play all my video games, go watch my shows. Given I can't watch the shows faster or record them faster, but the editing process would be a lot quicker. You'd just have so much more time to get shit done. ADHD Speedster Gang, yeah! No, plan to do and then never actually doing, right? Every time a new slang comes up, I'm like, gods, I'm getting old. I do not understand where this came from, right? There's that old man yell at the clouds moment. All right, so far for my Photoshop, I got Batman, Robin, Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Blue Beetle. Hell yeah! Favorite villain from anything. Oh my god. I think my favorite all-time villain is the Smoking Man from the X-Files. All right, I'm caught up. There's only a couple of, there's only 2 chats it seems like I'm waiting on. ADHD, Speedster Gang, it is dinner time. I want to wait for that last one, because, like, it's kind of funny to me. There we go. Yee, man! Omni, he's got the Riz. He's so Rizzy. What a Riz Lord. Jesus. Dude, it's wild, man. Yeah, we're closed in. Have I ever watched Warehouse 13? I have not. Let's turn on a lesson on modern slang. What character from Stranger Things do you relate to the most? I've said this in my reactions, I think. Will, honestly. Don't read into that what you will. But yeah, I relate a lot, not even a little, to Will. We definitely share a personality type, I believe. Making my way downtown. Making my way through season 2 of the X-Files at the moment. Hell yeah, what episode are you on? Rizlord, new description for your channel. I need to change the Patreon and the membership titles and just include like Rizlord or different variations of Riz and then qualifier. Professional Rizlord. Pretty sure I have OCD too. Undiagnosed, so who knows? What a Rizzy stream. This went a route that I never would have prepared for. Oh yes. Did you say? Oh yes, you did say. Sorry, getting old. Oh, right, okay. About the Stranger Things thing. Stranger Things thing. Rizzed up. At this point, I'm waiting for an answer from Ginger Geek. Firewalker. That one's an okay episode. I like Firewalker. You're getting there's some good episodes that coming. That's for damn sure. Hold on. I think you've seen already. I mean, there's already a couple of my top 10 episodes that you've already seen by this point. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh man, you just watched One Breath too. That's a heavy episode. When you get to 13 next weekend, if you get to 13 by next weekend, I definitely want to hear you talk about that one. Yeah, the later parts of season 2, there's some really good episodes, man. Let's see. Yeah, one of the most random streams we've had, and they're all kind of random. Yeah, this is a little off the wall in a lot of ways. I cannot get over the fact that Rizzler is a character from Tron Legacy. It's Renzler. There's an N in there. If I remember, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's Rensler. Yeah, it's Rensler. Technically, a Rensler is Tron, though. It's not another character. He got reprogrammed. Subscribe if you want Riz. Yeah, if you don't subscribe, you'll never be Riz. You'll never have Riz. You'll never obtain Riz. You forfeit your Riz. You'll be Rizless. As usual, all current meme culture originates from a kids movie that came out in the early 2000s. Oh my god, dude. This is hilarious. Anyway, we're caught up. I'm Riz because I subscribed. What a stream. Till next time, everybody. Gotta get lunch. Riz. I'm gonna think of that word all afternoon. Alright, guys. It's been Riz. Have fun, you little Rizzies. And I will see you all next Riz time. Drop the Riz. Subscribe with the Riz. Riz, guys. Riz. All the Riz and you with the Riz and Riz. Take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a Risen weekend. And